you. Check out this video, guys. We are in the fort with Judah. Oh, no. What do you hear? What's that noise? Sit down. Oh, he's gonna get us, Judah. Oh, get him. It's a big, huge poop in there. So what's his name?
Jaden.
Jaden the Barbie guy. That's your first Barbie. You feeling okay about that?
Yep.
Great. I'm excited.
He has soccer balls.
I'm glad he has a soccer ball instead of
Ow, no.
some really tight, skinny jeans. Anyways, congratulations, buddy.
Yay!
I feel fine with it.
And also
I'm okay.
got a Barbie Jeep.
I believe in you. I don't need signs and wonders, 'cause I know it's true. I can believe before I see. It's deeper than a feeling, stronger than a reason. I can believe before I see. My heart is falling, can't stop it. You want my all, so you got it. I can't resist the love you give.
So we are going to do a little game. I have Tara here. Tara is, actually, I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
How long?
Like a long time.
Like a
'cause
long
I'm
time.
old.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I don't remember.
I
Long time
remember
though, years.
John and my husband, Jared, have been best friends.
you're going to be meeting with me literally every week. So I will be kind of walking you through what your classes look like, what ministry looks like, answering questions, even just being there for you. Like, if you need prayer, if you're struggling with something, you're struggling at home, you're struggling with what does this mean, even like the big questions, like theologically, like, wait a second, this doesn't make sense. Like, we can talk about that, and that's a really cool aspect of it. You'll have someone that knows you, you know.
Yeah.
And then the last one is practical ministry.
What I love about this one is that as you're going through the program, you are hands-on in ministry the whole time. So
That's
you're not
huge.
going away to school and then coming back and then doing things on your breaks. You're hands-on, and that's actually for credit, course credit,
Wow.
that you are part of a practical hands-on ministry experience. So
That's
I
huge.
think those are really things that,
Yeah.
that set it apart.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. And the practical end of it, too, I think is huge. I definitely relate to that with some of the schooling that I did. It was very practical.
Yeah.
And so we had that aspect of it, but actually being hands-on, as much as we were, like, played so much into my performance and what God was gifting me to do to be able to do what we do now, you know?
Right.
Without just, like, all this head knowledge and then being like, what do I do, you know?
Yeah.
So that's huge. Tell me a little bit about, like, why are you doing this? Like, you know, here you are, right? You have three kids, most beautiful kids in the world.
Second to the Woodricks.
Oh, yeah,
Seriously,
okay.
Oh my gosh. Model kids here, model family.
Yeah. But tell me a little bit about, like, hey, you're here now. This is
Yeah.
what you're doing. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big change from what you were doing, and now you're transitioning. So
Yeah, it makes no sense, to be honest. So basically, I was praying about, like, well, who's this going to be? Who's going to lead this? Because we knew that it was in our heart as leadership of Calvary's Love to have a next step for people that feel called to ministry,
yeah,
and to be able to train them up and give them more than just like an internship or a mentorship, but like to be able to walk away with a degree is just really amazing. So we were praying about this, and I asked God, like, okay, like, I don't know who should be in this role and all these things. And God made it really clear to me through his word when I was praying, and then he confirmed it through the story of Esther. And what God said to Esther, who was a queen who was put in the king's palace, and she preserved a whole nation because of her access to the king.
yeah,
But she didn't have to speak up, but God like led her to speak up.
right,
And what he said to her was, if you don't speak, it'll come some other way, but it'll actually be to the destruction of your own home.
wow,
And I was so nervous, especially about my kids.
Yeah.
you know, like as a parent,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm a stay-at-home mom, like what does this mean for them and everything. And then when God gave me that verse, then it was like so clear that there are people, like Esther was in the palace, and there were people outside of the palace that were in bondage and slavery, and they needed to be free. They had a calling, they had a purpose, and it was up to Esther to stand in the place to speak that out.
That's
And
cool.
so she did. And so
Yeah.
now they all got free because of it. And so I feel like that's how God led me to that. I don't know
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
No,
I
it
hope so.
does. Yeah, and as you can tell, Tara is a preacher as well. So she's got the skills, man. Huge anointing. We love that about her. She won't ever say that about herself, so I get to glow a little bit. So talk to me really quick and a couple closing things.
Yeah.
We talked about like a call to ministry. So, you know, one of the purposes of what we do here is to not just, we have Christians that view, we have kids that maybe have never even, you know, heard of Jesus. Like, what is this whole idea of like the call? And I know that's kind of like a big topic, but
Yeah.
like sum it up, like for just real quick, like what does that mean for them? Like, hey, this is a school that we want to take you, put and propel you into full-time, eventually full-time ministry. If you have a call to do that, like what, kind of
Yeah.
explain that, unpack that a
Yeah,
little bit.
so I just think that God sees each one of you. Where you are right now, he sees you. And in this time, especially when you're home, when things are unknown, you're not going to school, you're not surrounded by people, this is the perfect time to just ask God if he's real and what he has for you and what he's created you for. And really, we're all called. We're all called
Right.
to share our, like, who Jesus is with our lives. But if you specifically feel like God is opening your mouth to speak, like, I can't keep this silent, I have to tell someone, like, I
Right.
see myself telling people about Jesus, then you're called.
Yeah.
And so the next step for you would just be to sign up for these campus days that are coming up so that you can see what the SUM experience is all about and be a part of the program. Yeah.
That's cool. So so next step forward for them,
Yeah.
practically, what does that look like?
Yeah, so you saw that quick video. You can go to sum.edu. Our Johnson City cohort is on there if you want to check that out. But if you go to /campus-days, and that's also like on our church Facebook and Instagram and everything like that, you can sign up there. It's free. If you sign up and attend, it's May 15th. It's 1 hour. Jesus Culture is doing the worship.
Oh, hey.
There's a speaker, and you'll be able to talk to other students that are in the program.
Cool.
Then you get a $250 scholarship for the fall semester.
Which
as
then
well.
they have to pay that back to me.
Yes,
as well.
I mean, Pastor John gets a $250 budget for Starbucks.
I look like such a weird, like this creepy pastor is trying to collect money from kids right
Kickback.
now. I'm
Little
like, what am I
kickback.
doing? What am I saying? Oh, it's awesome. You know, I read something in Francis Chan actually today that said that every decision that we make, whether it's where we live, whether it's what we're doing for a vocation or anything in our life, should be ran through the filter of how do I make disciples doing this?
Yes.
And when I read that, I was like, man, that really just really had to make me even search my heart.
Yeah.
You know, because I think especially we have a lot of seniors that are graduating. We have students that are going to school right now, even though they're home. And like you said, the call of God is on everybody. And it's so easy, like in our culture, to be like, hey, this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I want to do. And we insert that I versus looking at like, hey, what do the scriptures say that they want me to do? And it's not that we can't do something that we've been gifted with, right? Because SUM has tons of different things that people can do. But it's like utilizing those gifts to make disciples.
That's it. That's the only reason we're here.
Yeah, and I love that about specifically SUM. It is such a disciple-making environment. I've witnessed that with so many people, and I'm excited. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, we're excited. If you need more info, you can also message me directly, 607-240-8903. Hit me up, and I'll give you that link. Be happy to do that. And then you can go to our Facebook pages as well. We'll post that. Just in closing really quick, we just wanted to tell you, if you have any prayer requests at all, if there's anything that you're going through, we know that all of you are in different places all around, wherever you are right now, Johnson City, Binghamton, who knows where this is going. And we just want to let you know that God hasn't forgotten about you. He has a plan for your life. And please, I know that during this time, like being in your house and being quarantined can be so difficult. There can be so many things that you're going through. And we just want to pray with you right now. And if you need any specific prayer, we have youth leaders on all of our social platforms right now, on Facebook, on YouTube. You can reach out to them and say, hey, I need prayer. Maybe if you need help, if there's something that you need help with right now. Maybe I know there's students that are in environments that are really difficult right now that are unfortunately very abusive. And so if you need help, if there's anything you need, just please message us. Let us know so that we can contact you, we can connect with you. But we're going to pray really quick. Terry, I'd be honored if you would pray. And then we're going to transition over to a song. And then also as the song plays, you guys can actually go over to Instagram if you'd like. Alyssa and the band are going to play a song of worship, and you can just worship God during that time in your house if you'd like to. If that's something that you don't feel comfortable doing or you don't want to do, that's okay. You can actually switch over to Instagram, and Jesse's going to be live on Instagram Live after you're done praying, and she'll connect with those of you that want to connect with her. So, cool, guys.
Lord, I thank you for the student on the other side of the screen. God, the one that's sitting there that feels that you don't see them, you don't know them, you don't have a purpose for them. I pray, Lord, that they would begin to feel your presence now. And you would begin to gently speak to them your words, God, that's found in 1 Peter 2:9, that they are chosen, they're royal, because they're an heir to you and you are a king. So I pray, Lord, that they would hear your voice, that they would feel your presence, God. And when talking about our purpose and our calling, that they would know that their identity is secure in you and nowhere else. Give them hope, give them love, give them peace, God. And by your presence, Lord, I pray that many would know who they are because they know who you are. In your name we pray. Amen.
God bless, guys.
Down on my knees again, surrendering all, surrendering all. Find me here, Lord, as you wanna know.